Okay, this is how you get to the O-ring that might be leaking that's in the power adjustment housing. So I've done the degas. My safety won't go on because the striker is still back and I haven't put in my return spring. It's totally empty of air. I take my 4mm Allen key and I come in the long Allen screw on the bottom of the grip. This one has a custom grip on it, but it would be the same if you had the factory walnut grip. And this is a really long Allen screw, and you just unthread that. And you're gonna remove your grip, okay? And there's your long Allen. This is the grip, so I'm gonna set that aside. Now you're still with your 4mm. This is the power adjustment housing right here. This is a 17mm, and that's what I wanna remove to get to that Allen, or get to that O-ring. So now you're gonna take that same 4mm, you're gonna go in right there, right behind where the power adjustment set screw is, and you're gonna unthread that, and that actually threads into this little metal bushing that allows to rotate, that's threaded, that feeds through the receiver block. Take that out. Then your trigger mechanism can fall. This one's custom, but it doesn't matter. It would be the same with the factory. And then you're gonna flip it over and you're going to disconnect it from the trigger linkage right here with a 2.5mm. And this is a stepped Allen bolt or screw. And I'm gonna just thread that out with my fingers. Disconnect the trigger linkage. Once you've disconnected that, your trigger linkage comes off. Set that aside. Now you need a 17mm, a deep socket is what I found works best. I actually drilled a hole in mine so I could use a crossbar instead of chasing down this is a 1/2-inch drive, 17mm. This is from Home Depot. It's a Husky, and I just put it in a drill press and drilled a hole in it so I could use a screwdriver. So then what you're gonna do is you're gonna get on that. Be careful with your rear sights, you don't smash it and break it. So I've got a thick towel, and stick your wrench on it, and then hold the air tank with your other hand, and this thing should be tight, and just turn it loose. Okay, and once you've got it broken loose, you can just take that, and get that out. It's real fine threads, goes in pretty deep. So when you get that out, it's got a stem that pushes on a plastic plunger, and then inside here there's a spring. This one's too tight, but trust me, there's a little black spring underneath that. And then in here, there's a washer that goes underneath the plastic plunger, and then your plastic plunger runs up through the coil spring that's shaped like a tornado. The wide side goes up, the narrow side goes down. So when you put this back together, you're gonna replace this O-ring right here on the base. You're gonna silicone grease it pretty heavy. Take that off, use like a dental pick to get it off or whatever. Put your new O-ring on, silicone grease it up real good. This washer goes like that. You'll see the little ridges go up. Then your little plastic close valve goes like that. And then you'll just insert that in through here with your new O-ring on, and you'll push it in tight with your fingers, get it started. I like the Danco silicone grease that you get from Home Depot in the little white and blue tube, but it doesn't matter. Any thick silicone grease will work. You just reverse the process. You'll tighten this up, and be careful when you get to the last part of the threads, you don't squish the O-ring. Kind of watch it close and get it in there and snug it up good. And then I'll put the bar on there and I'll tighten it up more. And then you'll just reassemble. If you've degassed by removing the spring, you'll put your safety all the way up. You'll push your striker forward gently while holding your trigger forward in the fire mode. Hold it the whole time you're pushing so it can get over the sear arm. Put your spring back in there. Safety should go down, and then you can start your reassembly process, and that'll fix that O-ring that's leaking here at the bottom of this housing.